Let me tell you the most expensive Google Maps mistake roofing companies make. And the scary thing is, most roofing contractors don't even know they're doing it. They think they're ranking, they feel confident, they even tell you, yeah, we're number one. But Google doesn't rank opinions, it ranks reality. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to see your real visibility the way that Google actually sees it. I'm also going to give you a free PDF that breaks down the full system we use to rank roofing companies. But stay with me because this isn't going to make sense until you see what the actual problem is. So here's the problem. Roofers manage their Google business profile kind of like it's the whole game. And they treat their website like it's a brochure that just needs to exist. But Google doesn't see those as separate. Google sees your website and your Google business profile as one connected entity. So when those two things don't tell the same story, Google hesitates. And hesitation is the kiss of death when it comes to Google Maps. So here's why this actually matters for your roofing business. When a homeowner needs a roofer, they don't scroll endlessly through Google hoping to find someone decent. They look at the Google Maps result. That map section, the top 3 businesses, is where almost all the real transactions happen. Those 3 listings get the calls. They get the form filled out. They get appointments booked. They get estimates. And if you're not there, you're kind of missing out. You're basically invisible. And here's the reality that most roofers don't realize. The majority of people searching for things like roofer near me or roof repair in whatever city you're in never make it past the map pack. They don't scroll. They don't compare 10 different companies. They pick from what Google shows them first. And position inside that top 3 matters more than people think. The businesses in the number 1 spot get the lion's share of the calls. Number 2 still gets a lot of action. Number 3 still gets leftovers. Everything below that might as well not even exist. This is why I always say being 4th in Google Maps isn't being almost there, it's being nowhere. And here's something else that's critical. Most roofing searches happen on mobile phones. And when someone searches on their phone, they're usually ready to act. They're dealing with a leak. They're dealing with a storm. They've got roofing damage, missing shingles, insurance deadlines. They're not researching for fun. They're calling someone today. So when Google shows those top 3 roofers, that's not just visibility, that's trust. And Google is effectively saying, these are the businesses that we're confident recommending right now. And reviews absolutely matter. Homeowners don't just look at star ratings. They look at who shows up first, who looks established, who feels safe to call. But here's the key point most roofers miss. Reviews alone won't save you if Google isn't confident in your overall presence. You can have great reviews and still sit outside the top 3 if your website and Google profile aren't aligned. And if you're outside the top 3, you don't get comparison shopping. You don't get maybe calls. You don't get a fair shot. You get skipped. That's why this mistake is so expensive. Roofers think they're ranking because they see themselves when they do a search from their office. But homeowners across town are seeing something completely different. And if Google hesitates even slightly about whether your business deserves to be recommended, you don't get position 4, you get replaced. So let me tell you a quick story. I was talking to a roofer not that long ago, and he was very confident. He said, hey, we're ranking number 1. So I asked him, when you do that search, where are you actually searching from? And he says, well, I pulled it up on my computer here. So I'm sitting at my office. And that's when I said, okay, let me show you something. And I pulled up a local rank map, and instantly his confidence disappeared because while he was ranking number 1, while he was sitting in his office, 2 miles away, gone. 5 miles away, completely invisible. And across town, not even in the conversation. So he thought he was winning. But Google was only trusting him in that little tiny bubble. This is one of the biggest illusions in local SEO. Your search results lie to you. So here's why that happens. Google personalizes results based on proximity. So when you search for roofer near me from your office, Google's going to say, yeah, you're close, you're relevant, I'll show it to you. But homeowners don't live in your office. Google needs confidence that you serve their location, not yours. And that confidence doesn't come from your GBP alone. It comes from how well your website confirms what your GBP claims. This is where I'm going to be blunt. More blog posts won't fix this. More generic SEO won't fix this. More AI content without actual structure actually makes it worse. I've seen roofing websites with hundreds of pages that Google completely ignores. Not because they're bad, but because they don't support Google's local decision-making process. So here's what Google is actually looking at. Your Google business profile isn't just a name and a pin on a map. It has structure. It has a primary category and 9 secondary categories, and a defined list of services that Google believes you offer. For most roofing companies, the primary category is going to be something like roofing contractor. Then, depending on the business, Google often sees, secondary categories like, siding contractor, gutter cleaning service, gutter installation, general contractor, home improvement contractor. Now, on top of that, your Google business profile includes a specific list of services, and we recommend you at least have 30 services, assuming your business actually provides those services. Things like roof replacement, roof repair, emergency roof repair, storm damage, asphalt shingle roofing, metal roofing, flat roofing, commercial roofing, residential roofing. The list goes on. And again, we like to see at least 30 services. Now here's the problem. Google assumes your website will confirm and support those claims, but most roofing websites don't. They have one generic roofing service pages, maybe a short paragraph mentioning repairs, and a few blog posts that never really talk about their services at all. So from Google's perspective, the story doesn't line up. Your Google business profile says, this company does roof replacement, emergency repairs, storm damage, commercial work. But your website says, we do roofing, kind of. And that disconnect creates doubt. And when Google isn't confident, it doesn't rank you broadly. It limits your visibility. So here's the fix. And this comes directly from the framework that I use with roofing companies. And what we're really trying to do here is build topical authority, but not the way SEO blogs explain it. For roofers, topical authority simply means this. When Google looks at your website, it should be absolutely clear what you do, where you do it, and why you're qualified to do it. And the way we build that is simple. You need one intentional, purpose-built page for every service and every category Google already associates with your Google business profile. So if you list roof replacement as a service for your Google business profile, you're going to want to have a page dedicated just to roof replacement in Seattle, in whatever your city is, whatever your main city that you're targeting is. Later, you can add more pages with different cities to increase what we call geographical relevance. And these pages have no filler, no keyword stuffing. They're not thin. They're pages written just to check a box. Each page has a job to confirm a specific claim Google is already making about your business. If your Google business profile says you're a roofing contractor, your site needs clearly to support that. If it says you offer roof replacement, roof repair, emergency roofing, or storm damage, your website should prove it one service at a time, one page at a time. This is what we call, again, topical authority. And this is what it looks like at a local level. Instead of being a roofing website, you become a roofing authority in Google's eyes. And these pages need to do 4 things well. First, each page must directly match a Google business profile service or category. No guessing, no stretching. So if you have 30 services, you're going to want to have 30 dedicated pages to each one of those services. Second, each page needs to feel undeniably local. Not just a city name dropped into a headline, but content that reflects real neighborhoods, real weather patterns, real roofing issues that homeowners in your area deal with. And third, the content must speak to real roofing problems, not necessarily SEO language. Leaks after storms, blown off shingles, insurance claims, flat roof issues on commercial buildings. That's what builds that relevance that we're talking about. And fourth, these pages need to reinforce trust, not just chase traffic. They're not written to rank nationally. Remember, if you're a local roofing business, who cares if you're ranking or getting traffic outside your service area? That's why local SEO focuses on the Google Map Pack, and it's so much better than traditional SEO, just trying to get you as much web traffic as possible from people that don't even have any intentions of using your service. They're written to make Google comfortable recommending you locally. And this isn't about gaming Google, it's about removing doubt. And once that topical authority is in place, once your website is consistently confirms what your Google business profile claims, your visibility doesn't just improve in one spot, it expands outward across different neighborhoods, across your service area, across different zip codes, across your entire service area, and it does it naturally. So rather than just tell you about this, let me show you some examples. So if we go to Google and I'm going to type in roofing contractor in Flagstaff, AZ. So this is what you're going to see here. So this is the Google Map pack. And this does look totally different when you're on a mobile phone. But here are the top three. So you can see this first one here. This is a sponsored ad, meaning they paid to be here. We can't really do a whole lot about that. But here's the first three: Vistas Roofing, Flagstaff Roofing, Polaris Roofing. So these three right here, you can see Vistas Roofing has 116 ratings at 5-star. These guys have 90 at 4.9. Now, just because this particular one is showing the 5-star rating at the top, that's not always the case. But if we take a look at this, we take a look at their Google business profile, you can see here they've got their reviews showing. You can see they've got lots of photos. They've got 297 photos. You can see their reviews. You can see their overview here. But this is what people actually look at. Now, if we go to their website, I'm willing to bet that we're going to see services. Let's click on that. Okay, so here you go. Here's a perfect example. Roof maintenance, roof replacement. These are all Google categories right here. So they've done a good job. They could do a better job. I can see that because they've got roof maintenance, roof replacement, roof repair. Those are all categories, service categories that Google already has predefined. So, and we want to click on one of these. Let's say read more. And you can see here up at the top, vistaroofing.com, services, and then roof maintenance services, Flagstaff, Arizona. This is a good example of what to do. Now, if we go back, and so great job, Vistas Roofing, if you're actually watching this. If we click on more businesses, which once again people are definitely not going to do, but let's scroll down here. Let's go to the bottom of the barrel and let's take a look at another example just to show you the other side of things, so to speak. I'm going to go down here. Probably we're looking at 20 or 30 down the line. Northline Roofing, Flagstaff. Let's click on that. Let's take a peek at their website. And you can see here that they don't have specific pages for each thing. So this is a perfect example of you know, I hate to say it, but what not to do. You're going to want a different for tile roofing, metal roofing, shingle roofing. You're going to want separate pages for all of these types of things. So you can see the difference right there. And again, when you look at those statistics, you really start to understand why this is so important with your Google business profile matching your website. So this is actually a sample of a heat map. Now this is Northline Roofing again. It's actually a different location, but I'm just showing you this as an example. So here, this actually doesn't look too bad. This is what we call a heat map, and these numbers here represent what order you're showing up on the Google Map pack. So you can see here they're doing very good right in the center here around their location. But the further you start to get out, Prescott Valley, things like that, you can see that they really drop off. So we can use this to help determine that we need to create some more geographical relevance. We talked about topical relevance. They're doing pretty good topical relevance for the keyword. Let's see, what did I do here? Keyword roof repair near me. You can see they're doing pretty good topically with keywords roof repair me. But now what I would do with this company is I would really start to focus on geographical relevance. So I would start to you know, post pictures on their Google business profile from jobs that we did out here at Prescott Valley, or you know, start doing some geographical pages that really focus on certain neighborhoods where we need to start expanding to. But like I said, this one is actually looking pretty good. They've got 40% of their pins that I've put on this particular map, 47% of them are green. So that's actually pretty dang good. But again, I just wanted to give you an idea of what these heat maps look like and how we can really nail down and start to expand. Our goal obviously would to have everything green here, and we can do that very easily. And it doesn't take a year to do it. You know, we start getting very specific on our geographic pages, our neighborhood pages, what we call them. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick heads up and a quick look at, I've referenced these heat maps before. I wanted to actually just show you what they look like. So this is exactly why I approach this differently. I spent 20 years as a contractor before I started getting into marketing, and I know what it feels like to be busy but still be worrying about what's coming next month. And roofers don't need more SEO noise, they need clarity. So if you're watching this and realizing that your rankings might not be what you thought they were, I put together a full PDF that walks through this entire system step by step, specifically for roofing companies. No fluff, no theory, just what actually works. And you can grab it for free if you go to rankmyroofing.com. And if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: don't trust what you see from your own office. Trust what Google sees across your city. And that's where the real opportunity is. And if you want to do one of these rank maps, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment, and I can send you one of these rank maps just to show you where you're actually sitting right now. Just send me a message and I'll do that for you free of charge. So thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.